Bonjour, madame, monsieur. Good morning, everyone. My name is Alex Dodds. Welcome to part 5 of episode 82 of Dodds Diaries. Today is Friday, 29th of November. It's now 10:17. Black Friday today as well, so everyone's going to be out running around the shops, a lot of pushing and shoving and everything, especially here in Paris, which is where I am. And for the 5th day today and the next few days I'm just going to be staying in Paris now. I've done all my train journeys, so now I'm going to explore the rest of the city here. This morning I'm planning to video hopefully Gare de Lyon and Gare de Lyon stations. I'll go to Gare de Lyon first. I'm hoping I have no trouble on these. Still nervy, but hopefully it should be fine. And then I'm hoping to go up the top of the Eiffel Tower today and also do a cruise down the River Seine. That's the activities planned for today. So far, now into the last half of the holiday, it's been a very good week this week, just apart from the step up on Tuesday morning. But now, the next few days, just going to be exploring the City of Lights. Just going to get a few things together and then we're going to head out. Right, get to Gare de Lyon, so I'm going to walk the same stop as what I did yesterday on Metro Line 5.
Dodds Diaries. Gare de Diaries.
Attention à la marche en descendant du train. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Achten Sie auf den Abstand zwischen Zug und Bahnsteigkante.
Right, so here I am, first station of the day, I'm at Gare de Lyon. This station is becoming a bit of a building site now because it is undergoing massive refurbishment work. I'm not surprised, it looked absolutely tatty when I came here 2 years ago. There's not many long distance services what go from this station now, most of them transferred over to Montparnasse. So I'll do a bit here, although most of my session will be taking place them platforms over there. I'm just hoping I don't get any job swerves this morning. This is platforms 1 to 7 of Gare de Lyon. It doesn't look like I'm going to be here long because the train frequency here is absolute rubbish. It's not even busy at all. Right, I think I'll throw Gare de Lyon in the bin. Bad cough, mate. Just for the moment. The train frequency in there is not as frequent as what I would have thought it would have been. Probably the biggest station I've come across where the frequency is just not regular. and I haven't got time to stand around, so I'm going to walk across the River Seine over to Gare de Lyon, which is over this way, see how I get on there. I'm going to walk across the River Seine, got a few tall buildings here. Got the headquarters of SNCF, which I think that's in there, and headquarters of the RATP group. They run the metro and that they're based there. I think they also run the Metrolink in Manchester. So that's Metro Line 6 run across there. The Gare de Lyon station just over this way. Right, here I am at Gare de Lyon. Much better than Dodds Diaries. So over here we've got TGV, Inouï and Lyra trains. You can go from here to southeast of France. You can go to places in the west. You can actually go to like Marseille, you can go to Marseille, Nice, Dijon, Zurich. You can also get the train from here to Barcelona. That takes 6 hours to the Catalonia capital. I had a mint ride on one of these trains yesterday. Will I ever be back on one of these? I don't know. Forgot to mention, of course you get trains to Lyon. There's 2 stations in Lyon. You can actually get Eurostar from London to there as well. Lyon was a place I was thinking of booking up to go to, like instead of Dijon, but the prices, it was a bit too high. You can also go to Italy from here as well. I think, well, at least from Paris you can go to Milan and I think like Florence and all that. I would love to do Italy one year, me. Right, I think I've done enough now. So that's Gare de Lyon a success. So now I'm going to move, go see the Eiffel Tower next. And I think I'll go at the top of that. Right, the quickest way for me to get to the Eiffel Tower, Gare de Lyon, is to walk back across to Gare de Lyon and jump on the RER from there. That'll take us to Belgium. We're just coming towards Champs-de-Mars, and we're actually right alongside the River Seine.
Change here for line 6.
When you come to Paris, this is one of the many foods you have to have. Probably one of the most popular street foods there is around the French capital. There's, of course, crepes. And mine is filled with Nutella. I think probably the best flavour to go in a crepe. Other foods I've had over here, I've had snails, foie gras, steak tartare, classic French fruit. I absolutely love it. So just walking towards the tower, one of the scams I've just seen is what's called the free cup and ball game. You've probably heard it before. It's where a magician gets a ball, you got 3 cups, shuffles them all around, and so quick you may think you're keeping an eye on it. And then you pick one, you finish the right one, but pretty much all the time it's actually wrong. Just don't even bother playing a game, because you're just you're gonna lose all your money. You know that. Right, here we are, Parc Champs-de-Mars, and of course here we are at the Eiffel Tower. Probably the most visited landmark in the entire world. And I'm gonna go right to the top of that today. I'll have to queue up because there is, of course, two security checkpoints down there, and it's going to take a while to get through them. Now, there's plenty of scams going on around here. I've seen the free cup and ball, and I've also seen there are people walking around with, see, there we are, clipboards, asking people to sign stuff and that. Honestly, don't just walk away, because you'll end up losing €20 at least. That's what I lost on Tuesday up at the Centre Claw. But I'm not stupid. I don't fall for stupidity like that. But anyway, not gonna let that spoil everything. I'm gonna go to the top of the world now. Rightio, here we are, bottom of the Eiffel Tower, and we're about to go up and up and up. And the view's getting spectacular, and we're only a little way up already. And we're at floor number 1. Now we just we stay on this. Stay on.
We could if we wanted to. Wow. Oh yeah, look.
Pretty high now.
Deuxième étage, tout le monde descend, s'il vous plaît, changement d'ascenseur pour le sommet. The second floor, everybody stop here if you have to change elevator.
Wow. Oh my god.
Mesdames and Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, look where I am, very top, the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and this is absolute amazing. It's the third time I've been to the top of here, and there's loads of things you can see. So there is Notre Dame Cathedral. That's the Louvre, just there you can see, look, there's the glass pyramids. It's the River Seine. Oh yeah, by the way, this is what's protecting you from falling to the bottom. Just this grill. If you drop your phone through this, it's going to go all the way down and gone forever. Oh, I absolutely love the views, mate. Well, let's continue around the top. That's the Arc de Triomphe there. It's not as windy as what it was 2 years ago. Thank God for that. That's La Défense Business Financial District. That was quite good to go to on Tuesday. I plan to come back up here on Sunday night when it's lit up at night for the finale, and that will be spectacular. It's heading sort of southwest down the Seine. It is just everything you see. There's always something to take a picture of. That is the beauty of Paris, I think. It's absolutely amazing, this city. It's full of history. All around this way.
Let's find another open space.
What's that big one?
Here we go. So there's the Bohemian Bridge, and there's the metro trains. I think that's going a bit. That's going a bit slow. That across there. That carries the RER across. I am absolutely impressed, mate. Having a whale of a good time. 3:25. What I will do next, if I can, I'm going to go on a cruise down the River Seine before it gets dark.
That's in London.
This way is heading south, yeah, so towards Champ-de-Mars, which is here.
No, that's beautiful. Yeah. This is more beautiful. Yeah.
Can we also take a photo?
Yeah, of course.
I've had loads of fun up here. As I said, I'll be back up here on Sunday night. as I plan to come up for my finale, my final night. So now, I'm going to go back down to the bottom. I fancy a cruise down the Seine. Right, I'm going to go for a cruise down the River Seine, and this will be even better than 2 years ago because we've obviously Christmas decorations on, it's dusk, and there's a tower lit up. This is going to be an absolutely stunning ride, this.
À votre droite, la gare d'Orsay fut construite en 1900 pour conduire au centre de Paris les visiteurs de l'exposition universelle. Elle resta en fonction pendant 39 ans et échappa de peu à la démolition. C'est maintenant le musée d'Orsay, consacré principalement à la peinture impressionniste.
On your right is the Gare d'Orsay, built in 1900 to transport visitors to the 1900 World's Fair directly to Paris's centre. It was a train station for 39 years and finally escaped demolition. Now it's the Orsay Museum, dedicated mainly to Impressionist painting.
La estación d'Orsay a su derecha se construyó en 1900 para conducir al centro de París a los visitantes de la exposición universal, pero escapó de poco a la demolición.
We're just
Es
passing,
ahora el Museo
this was
d'Orsay,
Gare de
consagrado
Lyon.
principalmente a la pintura impresionista.
Saved from demolition. It was a train station for over 30-something years, and now it's a museum, Musée d'Orsay. It's got impressionist painting in that.
Voici à gauche le musée du Louvre, ancien palais des rois de France. Louis XIV, s'y trouvant à l'étroit, fit construire le palais de Versailles qu'il voulut resplendissant à l'image de son créateur, le roi Soleil.
To your left, the Louvre Museum, former palace of the French kings. Louis XIV considered it to be too cramped, so he built the Château of Versailles, demanding that it be radiant in the image of its creator, the Sun King.
Y aquí, a la izquierda, el Museo del Louvre, antiguo palacio de los reyes de Francia. Luis XIV, que lo encontraba pequeño, hizo construir el Palacio de Versalles a la imagen resplandeciente del que fue llamado el Roi Soleil o Rey Sol.
Le musée du Louvre, à gauche, avec 14,5 km de galeries, est le plus vaste musée du monde. Visiter toutes les galeries équivaut à parcourir la distance d'un semi-marathon. Actuellement, il présente 35 000 œuvres, soit un peu moins de 8% de sa collection totale.
The Louvre Museum, on your left, with its 14.5 kilometers of galleries, is the world's most vast museum. If you were to visit every gallery, it would be equivalent to the distance of a semi-marathon. Today it displays about 35,000 works, which in fact equals less than 8% of its total collection.
El Museo del Louvre, a la izquierda, con 14,5 kilómetros de galerías, es el museo más grande del mundo. Visitar todas las galerías equivale a recorrer la distancia de la mitad de un maratón. Actualmente presenta 35.000 obras, lo que supone algo menos del 8% de su colección total.
Nous allons passer sous la passerelle des arts après
Al lado de los muelles pueden ver a los buquinistas o libreros. Sus cajas verdes se encuentran en puntos fijos desde mediados del siglo XIX. Los libreros de París han inspirado a otras capitales como Ottawa, Pekín o Tokio.
Esa es la que está al lado. O a lo mejor le está enseñando todo.
Devant nous, le pont Saint-Michel ouvre la porte du quartier latin. C'est ici le quartier étudiant depuis le Moyen-Âge. Son nom vient de la langue utilisée alors pour l'enseignement, le latin. Dans ce quartier se situe la prestigieuse Sorbonne, fondée au XIIIe siècle, qui est l'une des 3 plus anciennes universités du monde, avec celles de Bologne et d'Oxford.
In front of you, the Pont Saint-Michel opens the door to the Latin Quarter, the academic and student area dating back to the Middle Ages. Its name is derived from the language that was employed then for higher education, Latin. The prestigious Sorbonne University is located here. It was founded in the 13th century and is one of the world's 3 oldest universities, along with Bologna and Oxford.
Ante nosotros, el famoso puente Saint-Michel abre las puertas del barrio latino. Es el tradicional barrio universitario desde la Edad Media. Su nombre viene de la lengua utilizada entonces para la enseñanza, el latín.
Passing the Notre Dame Cathedral, you can see it is badly bruised after that devastating fire back in the spring 2019. I remember seeing it on telly as well. The spire came down. Apparently that's where the fire started. At least the Twin Towers still standing.
Políticos tales como el presidente Georges Pompidou, así como artistas franceses e internacionales.
Et voici le pont le plus romantique de Paris, le pont Marie ou pont des amoureux. La légende veut qu'en abordant ce pont, on fasse un vœu en fermant les yeux. Si vous êtes avec la personne que vous aimez, embrassez-la sous le pont, votre vœu se réalisera.
And here is Paris's most romantic bridge, the Pont Marie, or the Lover's Bridge. Legend says that upon stepping onto the bridge, one should close one's eyes and make a wish. If you're with the person you love, kiss him or her beneath the bridge, and your wish will come true.
Y aquí el puente más romántico de París, el Pont Marie o puente de los enamorados. Hay que cerrar los ojos.
We're about to pass under Pont Marie, one of Paris's most romantic bridges. It's the best place to stand on top if your loved one, give a kiss, make a wish, or even do it as you go under. Sadly, I don't have anyone with us. Never mind. Alright, see the Eiffel Tower is now starting to sparkle as it's 6 o'clock. This is just fantastic, this. A river cruise in Paris when night time comes round. It's just absolutely stunning lit up at night time.
This is where each year it is decided which words must be added to the building.
Savez-vous qu'auparavant les ponts de Paris étaient payants?
Did you know that Paris's bridges used to be toll bridges?
¿Saben que en otro tiempo los puentes de París eran de peaje?
there is where the Champs-Élysées begins.
Avant le pont Alexandre III, à gauche, mais attention, au moment de la construction du parterre, le voie va terminer 40
During the 1910 flood, the Seine came up in view. When the current bridge was constructed, the statue was elevated by 40 centimeters.
Delante del puente de leña de color verde, observamos la estatua del Dodds. Esta estatua permitía apreciar a la crisis en el nivel del Seine. Durante la tormenta de 1910, el agua llegó hasta la barca. En el momento se alcanzan los 40 metros.
It was built for the 1889 Paris World's Fair. It measures 327 meters wide, which is about 10 times the length of this road. At first, the tower was designed to be temporary. Many officers and liners designed to take the tower, and demanded that it be taken down. In the end, it was safe. One famous anecdote is about Philip Cook, which told his speech. In 1925, there was again talk of dismantling the tower, and Newstead, posing as a government official, succeeded in convincing a gullible scrap merchant to buy the tower from him.
A la izquierda, el símbolo de París, la Torre Eiffel, que fue construida para la Exposición Universal de 1889. La torre mide 327 metros de altura, o sea, alrededor.
That was an amazing cruise. I think much better to do it from dusk, when it's just gets dusk and then goes to night time, especially at this time of the year, and with the Christmas decorations up as well. What could be better? I'm gonna head back to my hotel for a bit, and then I'll be coming back out. So I think what I'll do, quickness, is I might jump on the RER again.
Do you know this thing?
Quai de la Râpée. Quai de la Râpée.
Attention.
Right, it's 9:10. I'm gonna head back out. I'm gonna go to the Place de la Tracadie. I think I fancy having dinner around there. It's just opposite the Eiffel Tower, so I say it's a nice location for tonight. And I fancy having a French meal.
It is now 11:15. I'm outside the Place de la Crédit. I've just had my dinner in I think it's that cafe over there. Cafe Kleber. Lovely indeed it was. I had a vegetable soup for starter, creamy, decadent, and a flank steak, medium rare, because I like my steaks medium rare, and an espresso with a chocolate mousse. Now, back home in England, right, pubs would be meals would be finishing at about maybe 10 o'clock, something like that. But here in Paris, people actually go in for their meals even at 10, 11 o'clock at night, you know, and service, it's really, really busy, in full swing. I have absolutely loved the food here this week. So yeah, the Eiffel Tower was right behind us, and I've picked a good spot to spend this evening. Let's have a look around here. This is a stunning view of the Eiffel Tower from Place de la Crédit. You know, I think this spot up here, this would be the perfect spot to propose to your loved one. Standing in front of the tower, maybe when it sparkles. That's what I would do if I get married. Seeing as though it is coming up to 20 to midnight, only 20 or so minutes to go, I think I'm going to stay here and watch this lovely tower sparkle once again. Now the colours on the tower can change. They have known to change them a number of times, so they could have, say, the French colours on there, they could have maybe in other countries perhaps. Oh, they can do all sorts. It's amazing. Let's have another look at this spectacular light show on the tower. This will sparkle one more time, I think, at 1 o'clock, and then that will be it. There'll be lights out for that. Right, that was a fab show. It's now 10 past midnight. Time for me to get back to my hotel. The metros finish about 1:15 in the morning.
Peut-être qu'on a plus marché dans le métro si on était sortis. Non.
Après, si on doit beaucoup marcher le jour, on ira là, il n'y a pas
Right, back at the hotel. It's now 1:30 in the morning. Time for me to get my head down. So today, how's it been? It's been good. Been fantastic today. This morning I went to Gare de Lyon and I was very disappointed with that station. Very, very disappointed. Not that there was staff, no. I had no trouble. In fact, I wasn't even on the station that long, and then I just decided to come away. Well, as soon as I got there, the station is a complete building site. It's getting a massive refurb done. I'm not surprised. I was there 2 years ago, and the roof was just leaking and everything. But one of the problems was that the frequency of trains, it looks like there were very little, sometimes every hour, every couple of hours. There's the only other station I can think of where there are gaps between trains at a big station is Perth in Scotland. Gare de Lyon used to get a lot of long distance trains, but most of them went over to Montparnasse station. So I just decided to bin Gare de Lyon. I think more of them go between 4 and 5, to park between 4 and 5. So I just decided to bin that station and then go over to Gare de Lyon. No trouble this time. I was there for about maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. Again, I was nervous. In fact, while I was filming, I kept on looking back and forth, just making sure there were no one to come and try and have a go at us. I saw a good range of TGVs, duplexes. Saw like the Ouigo in Wee trains, TGV Lyra. Saw some of the local, I think, Translucent trains. They're built by Alstom, and then they were out a few years ago. And I remember the French government ordered a lot of these, and it turned out they wouldn't fit the platforms. They were too big. So the government ended up wasting a lot of money on that. Oh dear. So Gare de Lyon was good. Afterwards I went over to the Eiffel Tower. So I travelled on the RER system. I like the RER. Bigger trains, double-decker ones. They travel underground as well as overground, and they're just basically they're like a metro, but just covering longer. They're just covering longer distances and fewer stops. There is, of course, going to be an example of that in London. That'll be, of course, Crossrail. There's going to be something very similar to the Paris RER. Going to the top of the Eiffel Tower for me is one of my highlights of a holiday over here. You do queue for a while and you go through a few security checkpoints. One before you get into the square underneath the tower itself. Then you queue up, buy a ticket. Then you go through another security checkpoint before you get in the lift. Security over here has been enhanced after what happened in recent years, in particular 2015. In fact, I am actually only a couple of streets away from the Bataclan Theatre, where 93 people were shot dead out of the 120 something in that terrorist attack 4 years ago. I'm not gonna think about that. Let's not move on. This is 2019. Anyway, as I said, I went to the top of the tower. Fantastic. And at least it wasn't windy up there like what it was 2 years ago. Then after that, it started getting darker, and I went for a cruise on the River Seine. Got on the boat when it turned dusk, and by the time we started going down the river, it started getting dark. To say Paris is lit up at night time with all the Christmas decorations, it's absolutely amazing, this. Then after, went for a cruise, just came back here to rest, and then went back out to Place de la Tracadie, I think that's how it is called. I had dinner, had a veggie soup, flank steak, and a little mousse with an espresso. That actually came to €20 because I ordered off a set menu. Give you an example of the prices you'd be paying for food here in Paris. You could be paying €20 for a burger with fries and a salad. I remember I paid €17 for a steak tartare on Monday. You could be paying €10 for a pint of Budweiser as well. That's quite a lot. If you're going to get a crepe, maybe €3, €5 from one of these street vendors. That's probably the most popular street food I think over here, is the crepe with Nutella, hot. Delicious. Then I've just brought the metro back to here. Ride in the metro at nearly 20 to 1 in the morning. Honestly, it's actually fine. It's just like riding anywhere back home at that time of the morning, whether it's the Tube, Townway Metro, Merseyrail, or even Metrolink or any other light rail underground system in the UK. Right, tomorrow's activities. Well, I'm going to be going to Musée du Louvre first thing in the morning. I'll go and see the proper copy of my friend here, the Mona Lisa. I think by the looks of it, this is definitely a copy. This is just a canvas. But this has probably had its photo taken in the Louvre and then reproduced. And then that's who I'll be going to see tomorrow, and also many other famous arts in that big museum. I'll probably have to queue for half an hour before getting in. I plan to do, might go to Montparnasse station. That's going to be a bit of a tricky one, that. Hopefully they haven't ticket barriered all the platforms yet. But with that being a station like Euston, it is a bit of a scary one, so I'll have to keep your wits about me at all times. I also plan to go and see the Moulin Rouge in the north end of Paris tomorrow. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the morning for the next part. Good night.